Here we go. It is the 8th of January, getting ready to make some moves, to make some decisions, and move on with the series, because we've got some stuff to take care of. By the way, guys, thank you so much for all of the amazing support on the series. If you are enjoying it, make sure you drop a like down below. The next episode will be coming out after we smash 500 likes on this one. Now, take a look at the division. 17 and 18. Obviously not the best record in the world, but it is improvement from last year. We are tied for 8th in the conference, and that's what counts. Can we make that playoff spot? Very realistic 3-game winning streak, but here's what I want to take a look at. Not the fact that Rondo is a little bit unhappy, we'll see that later on. Real quick, when we look at the conference, we are tied at the 8th and 7th spots. They have the tiebreaker for now, but that should be alright. We should move on later on, get the W's, move on forward to the top 8 somewhere. First things first, the player stats. Klay Thompson has been a stud. Just like I was saying way back over in the offseason, we needed big production from him. And I mean with the rebounds, with the assists, the steals, the blocks, nothing too crazy. He is a pure scorer, a shooter. Buckets all day, every day. Jared Sullinger, who right now has an injury, 7.5 rebounds. The blocks, not exactly, but 11 and 7.5, great. Rondo, oh my goodness, guys, you don't want to get me started. Those are nice stats, but nothing too crazy. Marty Blackman, very impressed. Not getting many minutes, but already he's making an impact with his 20 minutes per game. So far, we are a well-rounded team. If you look at the league leaders, my man Klay Thompson, top 10, we are making moves. Back to the business end of things. You guys saw in the first week in the pricing, the first game, 100% attendance. Even after we raised the ticket prices $7. The press even called us out saying we were being greedy. Maybe people couldn't afford it, but look at this. It looks like people can, because 100% attendance, 100% every single game. Do you know how crazy that is? Fan interest 100%, even though we are 17 and 18. Profit at an all-time high in the series, 30 million plus. So on the business end, things are looking pretty good. Now, next thing, this is actually extremely important because you guys saw the last year's draft made a big impact so far on this season. In the next season, you know, our team, the Celtics, are probably not going to be a high pick, probably somewhere later in the first round, but we have other teams' picks too. So we are projected to have the number 4 and the number 10, which is insane. That's crazy. That means we could have 2 top 10 picks, something similar to the situation the Hornets had when they got both Anthony Davis, I should say, and Austin Rivers. So who are the projections? We don't need another point guard. We definitely do not need another point guard. What we do need is a small forward. Mikal Love-Dupree. Taking a look at him, number 2 ranked for Draft Express. Number 2, number 1, number 3, number 2, number 1, top 3 player. Igor Petrov right here, 6'9", a little bit small for the power forward position. Yusef L, we've got many international players this year around. Romania, for Slavo, many options. Now here's the deal, guys. I want to make this clear. I know there are some intriguing options at the point guard, the shooting guard, even the centers. Unless there is some Andrew Wiggins type of player at every position that we don't need, I don't plan on getting them. We are going for what we need. Mikal Love-Dupree, one option for sure. Igor, I need to scout him a bit. I need to see, can he move up to the small forward? Because right now that is our weakest position. If we move on from that, take a look at the training. Over here, the player development. Most of the players have been rising. Most. Every single player except Rondo. Decreasing. And he's not that old. The speed, the quickness, all of that is alright. But looking at this, it's just going down. Let me tell you this. Keep an eye out for the next episode. That's all I'm going to say. Keep an eye out for the next one. Or the next 2 episodes, I should say. How much longer Rondo will be here, I cannot promise. If you look at the team as a whole, everything for the most part is increasing. Something's up and down, but the field goal percentage is going much higher. Much higher. And that is something we need. These are all little things on the side as part of my GMO that we should take a look at. Because not everything is just the gameplay. Upcoming free agents. We saw how big or how much of a difference free agency can make. We got Klay Thompson last year, now we're number 1 player. Next year, Dwight Howard. I don't know. I don't like players who always bring so much drama. Dwight Howard, look at his morale. He's perky. You can't just say ecstatic, discontent, dissatisfied, something. No, it's perky. DeRozan, though, like I said, we need a small forward. DeMar DeRozan, we can move him to the small forward. He is a playmaker. Kobe Bryant, look how stacked, how absolutely stacked this free agency is. That's a scary name to see on there because Jared Sullinger has been a monster for us. Top 3 player on the team as of right now. Marcus Smart too. I don't know, man. If we trade Rondo, hold on to Smart, and then Smart leaves us next season, we have to start Eddie Sharp. I don't know. A lot of stuff going down over there. Now, taking a look at the transaction report, it's always good to keep up with the competition, see what's going on with them. The Timberwolves signed Thaddeus Young. Pretty big contract, to be honest, for somebody of his caliber. I really would have liked to have him. I feel like he would be a great fit. But at the same time, he's asking for too much money. Raymond Felton, that is a super cheap deal. Don't get me wrong. He can be a little bit overrated sometimes, but really? $1.59 million. Joe Johnson, super cheap contract. Nicholas Batum, that's a nice deal for him. Ryan Anderson, slightly overpaid. Many moves. Danilo Gallinari, but nothing too major, nothing too insanely crazy. Last thing I want to show you, take a look at this 2K cheese. There is a $1,000 annual dividend, 1,000 coin I should say, 1,000 VC if you make $15 million for the profit. Do we make 2,000 if we make $30 million? Does it come like that? Do they go over, or do they only give me 15 or 1,000 VC I should say? But aside from that, we have got some big matchups coming up. Like I said, we are tied for the 8th/7th spot. Somewhere around there, we are losing the tiebreaker. So we need some W's.